All right, it's 8:30, so I'm going to respect your time and go ahead and get started. Every time I do these calls, I get nervous, and it's so silly. I've done a couple of them, but I am so excited that you guys are all here. So welcome. Thanks for hopping on. We are going to hopefully respect your time and be in and out in 30 minutes. We welcome you to our team, What is Coaching Sneak Peek? So what I want to ask one thing of you is if you have any questions, we want you to pop them in the comments of this chat. I will not be able to see them until the very end of the call, but if you have a specific question, please feel free to share, put it in the comments, and we will make sure to cover it. So if you are on this call, you are probably invited by someone within Restoration Nation, and hopefully they have already had some kind of an impact on you, which is why you're here. So legally, I'm required to make sure to share the income disclaimer. It just makes sense. So before we get the call started, wanted to remind you that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody Coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. See our statement of independent earnings located in the back office for recent information on coach's actual income. So all that to say, look, if you want to build a business, you have to work for it. You have to be willing to fail forward and share authentically and learn what's going to work for your business and put some hustle to your goals. So that's basically what that says. So I want to welcome you to our call. And I'm going to do my story a little bit. We've got a couple of different people that are going to hop on and share their stories and hopefully answer all your questions. So my name is Rachel. I am the founder of Team Restoration Nation. I have lost over 145 pounds between two postpartum journeys, and it has been an incredible ride. So for me, I have no nutrition and fitness background. This is not something that comes naturally to me. I was the girl who hated sweating. I didn't like to work out. I was not an athlete. The only sport I ever played was upwards basketball, and the only goal that I ever made was in the wrong side of the court. So for someone who is completely anti-fitness, this is not my jam. I am sure that people I was in high school and middle school with are like, whoa, Rachel is coaching. That is insanity. Just goes to show anybody can do this with a little bit of passion for helping people. So for me, my story started with really needing to lose weight. Obviously, I had a huge transformation since starting Beachbody. And for me, I got married. I was a size 4 when I got married. I then switched to a sedentary job and gained 80 pounds in a matter of 3 years, to the point that my family was having interventions with me. My dad was calling my husband, asking him if everything was okay, like, is Rachel all right? Is she going to be okay? This was before I had kids. And my thought process was, oh, I'll have a couple of babies. That will fix everything. And so I got pregnant. I gained even more weight, and I found myself at 6 months postpartum, the heaviest I had ever been, and really dreading waking up in the morning. I was at that time a insurance and billing administrative position at a physical therapy clinic near me, and I had a beautiful 6-month-old little boy, and I looked at him, and he is full of energy, still is to this day. He's 4 now. I looked at him and I thought, oh my gosh, if I don't do something, I am going to really struggle to keep up with him. And he was starting to crawl, and I was realizing the heaviness literally of my body. It was hard for me to get up and down the stairs. It was hard for me to get up and down off the floor. I was winded walking to the mailbox, and I thought, oh my gosh, something has to change. At the same time, my cousin was sharing her journey on Facebook, and she is my cousin, so I kind of got the insider scoop, but I love to dance. I'm terrible at dancing. I have no rhythm whatsoever. I love it though. My secret desire is to be a hip hop dancer. It's on my goal board to take hip hop classes. I'm terrible at it though. And I had been to the gym. I was one of those people who had done all the things. I'd done wraps. I'd done non-surgical lipo. I had done pills. I had done shakes for every meal of the day. I had a gym membership that I wouldn't use. I would go for 2 weeks, and then I would miss one day and skip for 6 months. And I just was, you're a chronic quitter. And I thought, why is this time going to be different? This time is not going to be any different. You're just going to quit. And my cousin was doing a dance program by Shanti called Size. And I was watching her do her journey and lose weight and have fun doing it. And I thought, okay, I am ashamed to go to the gym, but I'll work out in the confines of my basement. I said, I can do that. we had no money. My husband was a worship pastor, and he was literally making half of the amount of a paycheck that he was supposed to because the church was going under. And so for me, I had no money to even buy my first package. My mom gifted it to me. We ended up sharing the DVD set. And I just started sharing my journey on social media for an accountability. I just didn't want to quit again. And I never coached. For 6 months, my cousin invited me, and she kept saying, Rachel, you should coach. Rachel, you should coach. And I was like, don't talk to me anymore. I know you're my cousin. I can tell you what I think. Don't ask me one more time. She kept saying, Rachel, you'd be so good at this. And I had been plugged into a community, and online in our challenge group, and I was like, oh my word, I love these women. They are so encouraging. They motivate me. Every time I want to skip a workout, I go in that group and I see all these other women who have worked on their goals, even on a hard day. And I thought, I can do that too. I want to show up because they showed up for me. And so I started to realize how much that meant to me. And my cousin was like, you have to coach because you love this so much. People are asking you what you're doing. And so eventually she even ended up paying me to sign up as a coach, and paid my business fee for 3 months because I was so anti-coaching. And eventually she drug me to an event, and I saw the big picture, and I thought, you know what? I love this community, and if I could pay it forward to one person, if I could help one person feel better about their body, and as a new mom, like inspire one person to change, it would all be worth it. What I didn't realize is that I would go all in. I decided to give this a full shot. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom my whole life, and that was just not a possibility with my husband's. It's still not a possibility with my husband's income. As if we were a one-income family, it just would not work. And so after I saw the opportunity, I went all in, and I said, what do I have to lose? I'm getting healthy. I feel amazing. I want to share this because it has made me confident in who I am, and I just am this completely different person. And I thought, okay, what would happen if I actually tried? And so for 8 months, day in and day out, I sacrificed, and I was able to come home and leave my corporate job and retire myself from corporate America. And it has completely and radically changed my life, both physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. But the community as well is just absolutely life-changing through every season of hard that I have experienced since. I've now been a full-time coach for 3 years, almost 3 years in August, and it has been the best choice I ever made. I was able to have a healthy second pregnancy, a healthy second postpartum journey, and it's been a huge blessing. So we want to talk tonight about all the ins and outs of coaching. So you're going to hear from a couple other coaches, but I want to talk about what is coaching. So this is a pretty common question that I get. So what do coaches actually do? Our role as a coach is to help other women reach their health and fitness goals. So we don't just sell products. We help our customers achieve their goals through behind-the-scenes mentorship and running online challenge groups, being a source of encouragement and motivation. In time, we grow a team of people underneath you that are doing the same thing as well. So your number one job is to take care of you as a coach. That's your first and foremost your role. Your second is to share your journey, and then you begin to impact other lives and support those people. A lot of other multi-level marketing companies that you're going to come across, truly, like, they're not going to sit there and check on you every week. They're not going to provide a daily source of accountability through these online groups. And that is just one of the most magical things about our team, is our groups are thriving. So a concern that a lot of people have is this a pyramid scheme? So I want to talk to you about what is a pyramid scheme. That way we kind of know what is and what isn't, and where does Beachbody fall in all of this. So as a coach, you have teams that look like, from the outside, a pyramid, but every organization looks like a pyramid. You think about your corporate job. You have a boss, and then you have people that they're responsible for, people that are under them. So the same thing with Beachbody. You have a coach at the top, and then you have people that they help underneath them. So what is a pyramid scheme? Number one, it's illegal. A pyramid scheme is when you ask people to buy into something with nothing in return. You're saying, here, give me $200 to sign up, and then when you sign up your next person, you'll get your money back. or you're asking people up front to buy a lot of product with the promise that when you sell it, you'll get your money back. For example, with Beachbody, you can sign up for $39.95. And when you do that, I, as the coach, or the other coaches on this team, they do not make a single penny off that $39.95 purchase. No income. With the pyramid scheme, you are asked to pay a lot of money up front, and the recruiter makes money off that upfront cost. So Beachbody doesn't work that way. My success depends on your success. If I'm unable to help you reach your goals as a coach, then I will not be successful and I will not make any money. So my number one goal, and our number one goal in this team, our coaches on this team, is to help you succeed in your business, because when you thrive, we all thrive. This is also why we as a team run mentorship programs and limit the number of coaches that we take on monthly, so that we can work one-on-one with you and make sure that you see success and that your business continues to grow week after week. There's no big cost requirements. No, I don't have to hold any products. Literally, the only purchases that I make every month are for my shakes. I drink my Shakeology every day, and I drink my Energize, which is my mom crack, my pre-workout every single day, and then other things I order as needed. So I'm not keeping inventory. I'm not required to purchase anything every month. And so we choose as coaches to do those things to be proof of the product, but it's not a requirement. So we talked about what is coaching. So what do coaches do each day? So in the life of a coach, what are the activities that you're going to be doing? So our 4 vital behaviors within the company, this is the principles that are provided by Beachbody, are invite, be proof of the product, personal development, and recognition. So 50% of that is focused on you. Your job is to take care of yourself, show that the programs work, show that you're getting results, be the happiest, most fulfilled, most healthy version of who you were created to be. Do personal development. Now, if you're like me, personal development was the biggest crock of hootenanny I'd ever heard. And I have never done it prior to becoming a coach. And it has truly changed my life from an emotional and mental standpoint. But there's a huge emphasis on that in our team. We want you to be growing in your personal life. Be doing books that are related to what you're struggling with, both in your business and your personal life. And then the other 2 are inviting a recognition. So you're just going to be sharing from your heart in a way that feels authentic to you. And we create trainings that teach you how to do this to where you're not expected to spam your friends. I'm not asking you to mass message people. I want you to find a way to share this that feels good to you, that also gets the word out about what you're doing. What's so cool is that you are going to be so excited about what you're doing as a coach and the results that you're seeing. It's going to become pretty dang natural to want to shout it from the rooftops, to share how amazing you feel. And then the last vital behavior is recognition. So we really just want to pump up people who are rocking their journey, whether that's people in our team, your personal clients, the team you grow underneath you. We just want to celebrate all of the in-betweens between missed goals, successes, and all that come with that. We want to celebrate every step of the way. So what are daily tasks? Daily tasks include things like running a challenge group. A lot of people on this call, not everyone, but most of you have probably been in a Restoration Nation challenge group. What that means is that you go and you provide a safe community for people to be vulnerable and real and raw. We put up a post we run these as a team. You're welcome to run them on your own. We run a lot of them as a team, so we have a group of coaches that do it together, which is really helpful because it shares the load of the daily tasks within a coach. But we put up a post every morning in these groups, and this is our accountability check-in, and it may have something geared towards mindset. Emotional eating, did you get your workout in that day? A recipe share, what are your struggles? What is your non-scale victory? So we have that daily support via the challenge group. We invite to them, so we're inviting to the challenges that we've got going on. And we're supporting our clients behind the scenes. We are not a team that signs somebody up and then gives them a high five and a good luck. We want to support you every step of the way. And we want to do that through weekly check-ins, with daily check-ins with the group, and really just be that support to our clients behind the scenes and mentoring them so they truly do see success. So we're growing in our business knowledge. We have trainings with our team. We have trainings provided by corporate that you're welcome to be a part of. We're working on ourselves, inspiring others, sharing our journey, and then tracking all of these things so that we have some organization to our business as well. We teach you all of this in our new coach mentorship program. So we're going to talk about that in a second, but we teach you how to do every single one of those things so that you're not kind of left stranded when you sign up with our team. So we're going to talk a little bit about different scenarios that most coaches face. So this is Laurel. Number one, isn't her transformation insane? She looks fantastic. So Laurel makes, on average, and her actual numbers are later on the screen, but she makes on average $800 to $1,000 a month. She was afraid of coaching because she didn't have the time. She has two boys who are both in school and both in after-school activities. She also has 1 to 2 other jobs and a husband and does all the things, but she finds time in the pockets of her day while her Energize is kicking. Homegirl is a double scoop Energize kind of girl. While her Energize is kicking in the mornings, she'll send out messages, check in on her clients, check in with her groups. She'll do her workout, share about that. When on lunch break, she'll work her business in the pocket of her lunch break. And then when her kids go to bed, she's either working her business in the pickup line, she's working it after they go to sleep, making sacrifices as needed to reach her goals. So that's one of the things that I felt that too when I first started. I was working in corporate America, so I was also a nursing mom, so I was pumping and sending out messages, pumping and checking in on my clients, and getting up super early at 4 or 5 a.m. before I had to leave for work to sacrifice, put in a couple hours with my coaching business. I would listen to trainings on the way to work because I had a commute. On the way home from work, I would call potential customers or check in with my clients and team. And then after my son was in bed, I would spend 2 to 3 to 4 hours at the end of the night as I was building my business so that I could leave corporate America. The neat thing about this, you can do it at whatever pace you want. You don't have to go full steam ahead. You can do this just to earn a little bit of side income. We'll teach you and run with you at whatever pace that you want. And you don't have to sacrifice all this time. It just depends on what your goals were. Mine were very specific. I wanted to be home with my babies, period. And so I did a lot of sacrificing in the beginning to make that happen. We have a host of different stories in this team and different phases of business. So I'm going to introduce somebody on the call. Her name is Stephanie Rollins. She's one of our newer coaches. She's only been a coach for a little over a month, and she rocked her first month in her business. She reached a promotion. She reached the first rank in the business. She earned a VIP call with our vice president, a specific training just for people who are as successful as she was in the first month of her business. So Stephanie, go ahead and unmute yourself, and she's going to share her story.
Hey guys, so I'm Stephanie Rollins. I am 27 years old. I'm a wife and a mom. I'm a full-time accountant and a part-time fitness coach. This journey has been absolutely unbelievable. Like she said, I've only been doing it for a month, and originally my goal was that I was going to help maybe like 1 to 3 people each month. My first month, I signed up 7 people. I've been helping 7 people, and then I just signed up my husband, who's now doing workouts with me. This is crazy. Crazy. So, but I wanted to give you a little bit of my background and what surprised me about coaching and what coaching means to me. So, my background, I was a cheerleader when I was younger. So I've always been that one who's been uplifting and supporting of other people. That's a big part of me and who I am. I worked at GNC for a while, so I know a lot about some nutrition and shakes and vitamins, and there's constantly people coming in there wanting a magic pill to be able to take to lose weight, and there is not one. Sorry. Like, it doesn't exist. And then I became a medical assistant, and I loved that. I love being able to help people and talk to them about what's going on in their lives, and it was wonderful. Then I became an accountant, so I completely role reversed. I was up on my feet all the time and running around to sitting at a desk and not having any interaction with anybody. So I snacked a lot and I gained a lot of weight. I didn't realize just how much weight I'd gained until it was time for us to start trying to have a baby. And at that point in time, I was already overweight. I was so unhappy with myself. And then we got pregnant. I'm like, well, I'm pregnant, so I'll just eat what I want. It doesn't matter at this point. I'm not going to lose weight. So I blew it out of the water. I'm not going to lie. I really went overboard with the food. And then I came to terms after I delivered that I had postpartum depression. It wasn't until today that I realized, going back through my post on Instagram and Facebook, that this depression didn't start after I had my baby. This has been in the works for a long time now. Because when I was looking through my post, it has been over 2 years since I have a post of me without a filter on my face with like a nose and ears and everything, making myself look completely different and from like here down. So when I posted today that picture of me in the car where you can see my lap, my stomach, everything with no filter on my face, that's a pretty big deal to me. To other people, it just looks like a picture and they like it and they keep scrolling. But for me to post something like that, it's been a long time since I've done anything like that because I was truly unhappy with who I was. I did not like my face. I did not like my body. And that really beat me up inside. And I didn't realize it at the time just how self-sabotaging I was. It wasn't until I did this and I dove in head first that I realized like my eyes feel like they had truly opened from coaching, not just signing up and being a part of this and trying to go through the weight loss journey, but being connected with the other coaches, hearing other people's stories, my clients, hearing their stories and what they're going through. I realized I am not alone in this at all. Like we are together. We are so tight and I cannot believe it. That's probably been one of the biggest surprises to me out of all of this is the fact that I've grown so close to my other coaches. I was talking to one of the other coaches and telling her that I feel like we're the sisterhood of athletic leggings. That's what I feel like. We are so tight. And I've only known them for a month. Like, I feel like I've known them forever. They've got my back in this. It's when I first signed up, I was so wrong. I thought that this was going to be like other companies where you purchase a lot of product or you sign up with a big charge and all you're trying to do is sell, 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 sell. And you're all on your own trying to make a business out of it. This is not the case here. This is completely different. You don't have to, there's no big startup fee. I mean, we're talking $40, that's it. And then you have got instant access to this awesome network of people. When you get stuck on something, I just send them a message and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening in this person's life. What would y'all recommend? And they're like on it. It's crazy how tight we all are and how much support you have as a new coach. I couldn't have done this without this group of girls. They've been incredible. And sorry, I get kind of sidetracked. Sorry, I made notes. Um, but when I started doing this, I realized this is where God has been leading me this entire time. Like I've kind of just been wandering through life, not realizing what my purpose was. This is my purpose. When I did the challenge group with Rachel, I realized right then and there at the end of that week that this is what I was meant to do. This is where He's been pushing me to be. And everything just made sense. Like everything that I've gone through in my life leading up to this point, every time I've tried, every time I've failed, this is where He was wanting me. All of those shut doors finally led me to this open window. And I feel so blessed for that because I'm taking care of myself. I'm setting a good example for my son, and my husband is now setting a good example for him. we are starting to live the lifestyle that we were intending to live, and I'm getting to help other people do that too, which is absolutely incredible. That's what means the most to me as a coach, is the fact that not only my life is changing, but I'm changing other people. I get so much joy from their stories and how much they're changing. It's just absolutely incredible. I mean, I never thought that I could be a coach, because I see how much time Rachel puts into this. And I'm like, I don't have time to try and do all of this, but I've been able to find ways to get it done. Like, usually my Instagram stories are me in my car, driving down the road, going to work. And then I do a lot of my catching up with my clients and everything like that while I'm pumping, because I'm also a nursing mother. And then once my little one's in bed, like he's asleep right now, I'm watching him on the monitor, is when I get to do stuff like this and really plug in and get connected with everyone. And it's so easy. Like, we all are glued to our phones constantly. Just change that into a business and help other people. I mean, it's right there. You have access to it at all times. It's not like it's a hard thing to do. I've really enjoyed this. And then getting the money on the side, like, well, hey, I was paying for my shakes.
That's right. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. She is an incredible new coach with a huge story, and she's only 1 month in, and she has already, I mean, to see her, get those messages from her clients and to be overjoyed. Stephanie, you're incredible, and I really appreciate you sharing your story. You did an awesome job. She was so nervous, but she did so good. I'm going to keep us going. So our next one, and Shay is not on the call tonight, but I'm going to speak quickly on her behalf. So Shay is someone who did not wait until, and Chelsea's actually going to talk about this too, did not wait until she was at her goal weight to start her journey. She started her journey as a coach pretty newly postpartum, and so she was about 6 to 7 months postpartum when she began coaching. So she didn't wait until she had a six-pack. Most of us don't have that already. We're still working on it, but she didn't wait till she was at her goal weight, and she too fits it in to the pockets of a full-time job and mom life. So I'm going to bring on Chelsea. Chelsea, I see her. So Chelsea is also one of our newer coaches, and she has been a coach for 3 months. This is her exact income progression as well. She's going to share a little bit from her heart, and then we will keep on going. Chelsea, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead. Oh, try again. There you go.
Okay, sorry. I had to relocate to our beautiful laundry room so I could get enough signal, and I'm going to try to be quick. But anyway, so hey everybody, I'm Chelsea. I'm a relatively new stay-at-home mom. I have a 1-year-old daughter. I came from a registered nurse background, so I feel like this, along with, if anybody on the call who personally knows me, knows I grew up in competitive cheerleading and high school cheerleading, so like this just meshes my personality all together, helping and cheering for people. So I know as a stay-at-home mom, I also kind of sort of went through this little struggle of, I mean, I have a purpose. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, but I don't have a purpose outside of the house. And this is my outlet to be able to have a purpose outside of the house, but I'm in the house. It's all virtual. So anyway, I don't have to go anywhere. So coaching has given me a new purpose outside of the home. It has helped me on my own journey. So like Rachel just said, I didn't wait for my own transformation, which I just had like my first before and after pictures like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember how far we are in Transform 20 again, but it's all a blur. But anyway, so like literally before I even announced I was a coach, I remember seeing a Facebook status from a friend of mine who was kind of asking about different nutrition options. And I just happened to reach out to her. First client, I wasn't even a coach. I hadn't even announced I was a coach yet. And she is probably my most successful client. Like she is like killing the 2B mindset game, more than 22 pounds lost. So that is why you do not wait, my friends. Imagine like what her life could be like if I hadn't reached out to her. And I know that she is so happy that I did. So don't wait. You don't have to have your own transformation. Your clients want to walk through this journey with you so that you can be relatable and you can seem real. No one wants to see perfection all the time because that is not something that anybody can really attain. So anyway, people want to share your journey with you. I already said that. Also, if I would have waited, Rachel has put my income on here. Like the end of February is when I actually hit my first goal and had a transformation. I would be out a whole lot of money. I mean, this is all about helping people, but I would be out a whole lot of money too if I would have waited. So that's another plus side. And then we kind of mentioned it earlier. I don't want this call to like overwhelm people to think, oh my gosh, like this is going to take up so much of my time. I don't know that this is what I want to do like full force. I don't really want to dive into this. Just take it, like think about how if you've had a great transformation, you're going to have a family member or a friend or someone reach out to you and be like, hey girl, like, what are you doing? Because I really have seen a transformation in your body and your mental, your mentality has changed. What are you doing? Why would you not want to go ahead and just get compensated for helping them reach their goals as well? So like you can just kind of dabble. I'm pretty sure Rachel was a dabbler in the beginning. You don't have to be like diving in full force and like going all crazy about it. You can just share and help a friend here, help some family there, and then you'll just make a little side income. And then eventually, if you decide you want to work up to it, you can go into it full force. And like Rachel already said, we're here to help you either way. Full force, dabbler, hobby, whatever, we're here for it. And let's see, what else did I write down? Oh, my last thing was overall, it's been a win-win. Like usually people say win-win scenario. I've got like 5,000 wins. I've won because I bought a challenge pack, and when I reached out to Rachel and was like, hey, I'm ready to get back on with my fitness game. I'm a postpartum mama. I really want to get back in shape. I'm going to go ahead and just dive in and coach. It holds me to a higher level of accountability. I know that I'm going to show up even harder if I know that I have people looking to me. So it was a win because it was free for me to sign up. And if you've recently bought a challenge pack, I'm sure we'll probably go over this. It'll be free for you too. I am more healthy. I'm in the best shape I've been in a really long time. I was this weight on my wedding day, but I wasn't necessarily in shape. Like, there's a difference in being in shape and just being skinny. What else do I have? Oh, I'm helping other women. Huge. I think my client list is over 30 now. So that's another reason why I'm glad that I didn't wait, because I have helped over 30 women start their journey and see success already. And you get discounted products. That's a bonus. I get discounted. By making an income, I'm paying for my shakes, and I'm also getting them at a discounted rate because I am a coach. And obviously, one reason why most people are on this call is you make some money doing all of this. So anyway, don't let any of your fears hold you back. Just jump in. You really don't have anything to lose, and you have a whole lot to gain. So
yeah, I could not agree with you more. You did an awesome job. Thank you, Chelsea. I can agree with you more. What do you have? Like, worst case scenario, this isn't a good fit and you get all of your money back because there's a 30-day money back promise. Best case scenario, you get super healthy and maybe help a few people. And like high level scenario, you actually run with this and build a business out of it and change your life. And so Chelsea's an example of someone who didn't wait. And that is extremely important for people to hear because she has helped 30 people. She has only been a coach for 3 months. Most people wait until they've had a transformation. She would have been 6 weeks into her transformation before she would have helped her first person. And so it's really not just from a financial standpoint, but I have seen, she has sent me screenshots of messages of her own clients that have sent that to her and said, thank you so much for doing this. And also, it has not been super complicated. I mean, Chelsea can correct me if I'm wrong, but she was talking about on her Insta stories today about how it's really not that hard. You are getting your own results, you're sharing your journey, and then you're helping other people do the same. And it's a compound effect. So I thank you, Chelsea, for sharing. So we're going to go into a couple other things, and we're going to talk about money here in just a second. So for me, I was afraid of being a salesperson. This is probably the number one thing that I hear from people. I don't want to sell to people. I don't want to be spammy. I don't want to be gross. Well, you are whatever you choose to be. So if you choose to be spammy and gross, and you feel like you're spammy and gross, probably your approach is going to be spammy and gross. But as a team, we work really hard to walk beside you and figure out a way for you to share your story, find your brand, find your people that you want to work with, and grow your business organically. So we are storytellers. I want that distinction to be clear. We're not going to sit there and plaster a sales price on our page. I'm not going to sit there and plaster a picture of me holding up my Shakeology cup and saying, oh my God, it's so good. No, we're not a salesperson. I'm going to tell a story about my busy mom life and how having that as a quick meal is so helpful. We share our stories to inspire others. So when you go to your social media page, is it a billboard? Is it a billboard? So the thought process is, how can I add value to somebody's life today? What am I sharing that's helping someone and motivating someone, so that when people see your post, you want them to stop and think about that value and think, wow, I'm so thankful that Stephanie shared that today. That was so inspiring that she got her workout in, even though she was freaking exhausted from working in mom life. I'm so glad she shared that. They stop and they watch. You'll receive social media trainings from us and our teams that we can fine-tune your approach and make sure that you're talking to your audience. You don't have to be a social media expert. I had 300 friends on Facebook. I had 0 Instagram account when I first started. So you can build this from the ground up, and we're going to teach you how. You don't have to have a crazy huge following, and they don't have to live anywhere near you. That's what's super cool too, is that you can, as long as they're in the US, Canada, or the UK, those are the 3 places that Beachbody is right now, then you will be able to touch to help them. We are expanding into other countries, and so that's what's so neat. People worry about oversaturation with Beachbody. That's just, honestly, it's ludicrous. Oversaturation is not going to happen because the obesity rate in North America alone is so high that there is no way that only, let's say 20,000 Beachbody coaches in the United States could help the millions of people that need, and that's not including the people that have 10 to 15 pounds to lose. That's not including the people that just need to lose a little bit, or just need to learn how to eat right, or just need to learn how to work out. That is only the obesity rate. So oversaturation isn't a concern. And again, branding is important, and setting yourself out apart from others is important. So don't need an audience already. Don't need to be a salesperson. We covered that. So we're going to talk about money, and we're going to share a couple quick actual income progressions from our team. So how much does it cost to sign up? If you have already purchased a challenge pack, you will only pay $40 if you're within a certain time frame. So you're going to switch your account over from a customer to a coach account. That will cost you $40 if you've already had a challenge pack, and that will be refunded within a certain time frame. If it's outside 30 days, it will cost you $40, and that's it, period. And then you move forward. Now, if you don't have Beachbody right now, you and your coach will get together. You'll talk about your goals in your personal health and fitness journey. The only thing that you pay for is your tools to succeed. You are not keeping inventory. You are not asked to pay a whole bunch of overhead. You are literally just paying for a challenge pack that's going to get you your workouts and a nutrition plan of your choice. And then it comes with, for free, either Shakeology or the Performance Line. And so those in price range, for those that have not purchased one of those before, it's going to range anywhere from $160 is the average, $160, and that gets you a year of workouts and nutrition. So this is literally just your tools to be proof of the product. And then our higher end packages are $220. So it's somewhere in that range is what you can expect to pay. What monthly fees do you have? So you have a $15.95 monthly fee to be a coach. This is the website that you have that's given to you by Beachbody. Beachbody processes all of your orders, so this is what it pays to do that. And you have that fee regardless of whether you earn an income or purchase anything. That the fee is it's always there. But it gives you 25% off of everything. So let's say you are drinking Shakeology every month, you're going to be paying $140 regular price as a customer. Even with the fee, you're going to pay about $117. So you're saving $20+ just to be. So a lot of people are just discount coaches. That's how I built my whole team. Initially, was just people that wanted to save money. So you kind of fall into 3 categories usually as a coach. You either are a discount coach and you just want to save some money. Maybe you'll help a person here or there. You're a hobby coach, so that means that you're kind of doing this on the side. You're sharing your journey pretty consistently. You have a transformation. You might invite to a few challenge groups, but you're not really all in, you're doing this to help a few people and help pay for your shakes every month. So that's kind of a hobby coach. And then a business builder is someone who wants to do this to pay off debt, that wants to do this to help their family's finances, that want to leave their corporate job. That's their mission and their goal. So those are usually the three categories that you fall into. There's no inventory. There's no monthly quota. So there's no requirement to meet XYZ standards in order to keep your coach account. Now, in order to build your business and to seek a constant state of growth, we recommend signing up 3 people with a challenge pack each month. If you do that, you pay for your shakes, you build your business, and you're going to see consistent growth in your team. So 3 people a month is usually the starter goal. Most of our coaches are blowing past that, and for me, that was not my norm when I first started. I did not sign 3 people up every single month. I signed 1 person up, and then a couple months later, I signed another person up, and then I got serious, and I was ready to build a business, and that became my norm. So that's kind of the goal, is 3 people every month, 3 and up. How do you earn income? Okay, so this is the part where it gets a little, people hate talking about money, but the reality is you have to have it to survive in the world we live in. Like, there's period. You've got to pay your bills, you've got to pay your debt, you've got to do all those things. So how do you earn income as a coach? There's several different ways, but I'm going to break it down as simple as possible. You get 25 per, the first way that new coaches we all experience is 25% commission. No matter what they purchase, whether they also get a challenge pack, just a membership to the workouts, just the shakes, whatever it is, it's 25% commission that you earn off of every purchase from a customer. Now, as you help people, and you're going to start to see that residual income. So let's say in month 1, you have to sign up 3 people. In month 2, you're still shooting for 3 new people, but maybe 2 of those other people reorder. So you have starting to see a residual income. Month 3, maybe another person reorders, and you see another growth in your income. So that's commission-based. As you build your team of people underneath you who are also wanting to work a business or to just save money, you're going to earn something called cycle bonuses. But this is really where the magic happens, is as you help people reach their goals, the more people that you help, the more people that are going to want to be a coach on your team, and that's how you build an income. And as those coaches are producing and are building a business right alongside you, this is so, when I first started, I literally didn't think a single person would ever want to build a business with me. I was like, I am not a leader. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue how. I hate public speaking. Can you believe that? I was homeschooled for 13 years. I have no idea what I'm doing socially, right? That's a joke, by the way. And so I really just didn't think anybody would want to join me, but I said, you know what, I'm going to go all in. And eventually, because I was sharing authentically, those people were attracted to the vulnerability. They were attracted to me and to what I had to offer and my results, and they were inspired and wanted to do it too. And that's how you build a team and grow an income. If you're military, or you have a military spouse, or you yourself are active or retired military, you have your coach fee waived and your sign-up fee waived. So just a little note about that. Some other common questions: what about taxes and healthcare and insurance? Taxes are not taken out of your check. So for me, we save a percentage each month towards taxes each year. You don't have to file it until you reach $600 or more, which hopefully you'll crush, like Chelsea crushed in month 2. So you will want to save a little bit for taxes each year. Healthcare is not covered, so if you're looking to do this full time, just keep that in mind. But there's so much. For me, you're going to see my income growth, and I really started to see the magic happen when I came alongside my coaches and didn't try to fit them into a cookie cutter mold. We are all at different seasons of our business. We all have different goals. And I'm not going to place my expectations on you, and I'm going to meet you where you're at, and so is every other coach on this team. So we're going to come alongside you at whatever pace you want to grow and build, and support you in that season. So hopefully that, if you have any questions about the money side of things, drop them in the comments, because that's usually what I get the most questions about. But as you go along in the business and you build in rank, you also qualify for quarterly bonuses as well. So the first quarterly bonus is $2,000, and then it grows as high as $40,000 as a bonus each quarter. So as you go in rank, you can also earn bonuses as well. So these are a couple income progressions. I'm not going to share the stories behind them because we are running a little bit longer than I had planned. I got long-winded and I'm sorry. So this is Elena's income progression. This is an example of all the different phases of coaching that some people, Elena does this as a hobby. She does this on the side. It allowed her to be very present during a very difficult medical time for her family with her dad and some medical complications. She was able to leave her job and kind of float with coaching for the year of 2018, but see some huge emotional and mental gains through that season as well. Laurel, I talked about her earlier in the call, and she makes anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a month consistently. That is residual growth, so that is growing each and every month, and she's about to reach a huge rank in her business, and that's going to continue to grow. So this is her income progression. So again, she has 2 other jobs. She has 2 kids. She works on the cracks of her day. So I would say she probably works about 1 to 2 hours a day on coaching. She's not on the call to correct me, but so she works in the pockets of her day and earns a consistent monthly income. Kayla is someone who's been on our team for a few years, and she was really kind of coasting in 2018. She had a lot going on personally, but she still was able to bring in a weekly paycheck because of all of her hard work in 2017. It helps them pay off debt. It helps them pay for a cleaning lady every month, which I'm totally jealous of. I need to start doing that myself. And unexpected costs like truck tires and things like that. It also consistently pays for her shakes every month. My personal income growth, obviously my scenario is a little bit different. My number 1 goal in this was to come home. So my numbers are going to look different because I do this full time. This is a full-time career for me. And so I want you to keep that in mind when you look at these numbers. There's a huge time commitment. And you also, in the beginning of your business, the initial phases of your business, you are going to invest more hours than you are going to be compensated for. That's the reality of building a business like this. But the more consistent you are and the more you stick with it. So if you look at my February 2018 or 2017 to February 2018, that is very minimal growth. That looks like only $100. If I had quit in 2007, now I had a baby in there, so keep that in mind. But if I had quit because I didn't see the kind of growth that I thought, I would not have reached almost $5,000 in February for my family. And so it's important to know that consistency matters, that you're going to go through seasons of your business where they may be a little bit harder than others, but just dig into the hard, be willing to put the action if you have big goals. So wrapping up our call, so why Restoration Nation? Let me get to this. So we're a team of women who desire to see each other succeed. I think you've probably heard that on this call, which is really neat. That's a reoccurring theme that our community is just so incredible. You have the petty workplace competition in corporate America. There's so much like corporate ladder and like whispering, and then it's just, there's none of that. We can all thrive in our own business at our own level and encourage each other from a genuine place of love. And you're going to find that in this team. There's room for success for everyone. This team is willing to help at every turn. The core of who we are represents integrity, strength, and hard work. We're looking for women who want to radically change their life, who want to get healthy and impact the ones that they love and grow a thriving business to fill in the gaps of their finances. So what happens when you sign up? So here's what's going to happen. If you decide I'm in, this is what I want, I need to change some lives, I want to build a business, you're going to get a welcome email from Beachbody that's going to give you next steps, instructions on how to launch your business. You're going to get a welcome email from your personally sponsored coach. So your upline who you choose to work with, you'll get a welcome email from them that includes a form which has a checklist. This is going to give you, this is what you do first. This is how to launch your business. These are your, how do you set up your automatic draft, like all the, how do you sign up a customer? We walk you through everything. And then we plug you into a new coach training. So we'll have a new coach kickoff call. We're going to walk you through a presentation that gives you all of the, okay, I've signed up as a coach. How do I announce myself? And then what do I do now? How do I start making this a daily habit? We have weekly team trainings every Monday evening. They are recorded if it doesn't fit into your schedule. And then we're going to be there every single step of the way. So let's say you're ready. This is it. You've been touched by one of the stories on this. And I hope that, just thank you so much for joining this webinar and just taking the time out of your night to hear our hearts. But we want you to talk to the coach who invited you. Maybe select a package if you don't have one already, and then join our team and get plugged in right away, because we are opening only a few spots for mentorship this month, and we want to make sure that you snag one of those. But at the end of the day, so our mission, our name is Restoration Nation, and that kind of birthed out of a place of, I was in a really dark place when I started my team. I was depressed, I was struggling emotionally, and really lost in my path in this world. And my initial Instagram handle name was Restoring Rachel, and that restore word just meant so much to me. And so out of that birthed Restoration Nation, and our slogan is restoring lives, one body, heart, and mindset at a time. And so we want to overhaul people's health. We are doing this because we actually care about people. We're not doing this just to make a quick buck, but we also want to take care of our family and our own goals at the same time. So if this has touched you, I would love for you to speak with your coach and have them answer any questions that you have. So if anybody has any, was there any in the chat? I didn't see if there was any in the chat. I don't see any in the chat. So if anybody has any questions, they can put them in there. If not, then we just really appreciate your time. We ran a little bit over, so I'm sorry about that, but we appreciate this opportunity to speak to you, and that's all we have for tonight. So your coach will follow up with you and see what you thought. We would love helpful feedback on how we can always make this better for the next time that we do it, and I think that's all. So thanks so much for joining you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.